do that. I do apologise. Hey, Sam Robertson is in town.
Hello.
How you doing, man?
Not too bad, thanks, mate.
I'm really good, man. I had to play the James Bond theme because you are as cool as, if not cooler than, the man himself, Mr. Bond. Thank you for joining us today. I'm a Love Stars House Group. Give me 2 seconds while I just set up my phone in case you're getting comments so I can make sure that I'm on form. Boom, mate. Absolute pleasure, Sam.
And you?
It's been a long time. It's been a long time, man.
It has been a long time.
You've been hiding from me, man. You don't write, you don't phone, you don't send me flowers anymore. What's going on?
Just something you did, mate, that's all.
Well, you better tell me afterwards what it was. Guys, just want to welcome Sam Robertson to the Love Stars Hate Selling Facebook Business Owner interview. So excited to be speaking to Sam today. Sam is a top of the class videographer. He can bring a story to life using video. And today he's going to talk to us about his business and his inspirations and his challenges. And most importantly, some of those tips that he can give us to be better. So I know you're a busy man, Sam. Without further ado, let's get going. Obviously, I've said what you do as a business, but hey, tell the world, what do you do for a business, Sam?
So yeah, what I'd normally say is that we shoot people so they don't have to shoot themselves.
Hey, they're listening, man. They're listening. I'm gonna get my head, my door's kicked in.
We're a full-service video production company that mainly works alongside small to medium marketing, advertising, and branding agencies. The videos we produce normally end up on online, basically, so social media platforms and their website. But occasionally they also go off to trade shows and things like that. So
wow,
big screens and things, and they've been posted onto there.
Brilliant.
One of them for Sylvanian Families actually travelled the world.
Yeah, Sylvanian Families. I mean, that's a huge brand. I mean, how did you get Sylvanian Families? How did you get that?
Brings us quite nicely onto the next bit, actually. So my dad's a large format printer.
Yeah.
And I was doing some graft with him basically, and setting up at a stand down south somewhere. And then got chatting to their marketing manager, and then it just took off from there, really. So
bloody hell, mate! I mean, that's some kudos. So where could someone go to see some of the videos that you've done? I mean, where, you know, can you send us links? Have you got a YouTube channel that people can go to?
Yeah. So we've got obviously the website www.quillcreations.co.uk. The majority of the work's on there. The YouTube channel again, Quill Creations, and then all of the social media platforms. Everything's just Quill Creations, basically.
Excellent, man. Well, what I'm going to ask you to do is to drop your links in the comments, so those people who want to see the quality that this man can create can go and have a look. Sam, you're looking younger, man. I don't know how the hell you're looking 5 years younger than when I last saw you. What's going on with is this COVID? Lockdown?
Lockdown, yeah.
What cream are you using, man? You're looking like you're glowing.
It's just sleep, isn't it?
Seriously, man, you look young, man. I'm jealous. My hair's got grayer and grayer during lockdown, but we'll talk about it off air. So Sam, tell me, what inspired you? You know, why videography? Why not a plumber or a builder or?
Well, I'm dyslexic, basically. I think that's a big part of being a videographer. So writing and stuff has never been a big thing.
Yeah.
And video is quite a good way of expressing myself. I started off, so throughout school and college, I studied photography and art.
Yeah.
And then thought, as ridiculous as it sounds, there's not enough money in photography anymore. So everyone's got an iPhone. They think they can take amazing photos.
Hey, watch out, man. There's a few photographers in this group. They'll have you. They'll have you. He didn't mean that, guys. If you're a photographer, Sam didn't mean that.
But then, so I changed my tact a little bit to moving image, and then it just grew from there, really.
Fantastic. And you know, I mean, I'm gonna go to a point you mentioned. I didn't know that you had dyslexia. You haven't let it stop you from achieving. That is inspirational, mate. I mean, not being funny, obviously it's down to yourself, but more people should know that here's a guy running a successful business with a so-called affliction, which is supposed to stop him from achieving, and he's achieving. And I think you could be an inspiration for so many other people, because I put you in touch with somebody else who has got dyslexia, but I don't think that you guys had spoken, so you didn't actually know that both of you were dyslexic. So, mate, honestly, that is such an inspirational part of your story. I'm not saying kind of milk it, but most certainly let people know, you know, nothing's got to hold you back, because it hasn't held you back. Fantastic, man. So, obviously, you know, you've had a lot of challenges. Tell us about some of the challenges that you've had to overcome.
Yeah, so a big challenge at the start, well, and now as well, really, is confidence. And the way that I've tried to overcome that is do a little sort of push myself out of the comfort zone every day, really. So things like this, it's not my normal habitat, really. And then also tiny little things like, instead of getting feedback over email, sort of pick up the phone and ring the client instead. It's
mate,
you get your point across as well, don't you?
Absolutely, mate. And I think that is the thing. It's the only thing that is fearful about fear is fear. The actual doing the thing isn't actually scary. It's the thought of doing the thing. And I like what you said there about just picking up the phone, because the feedback you get over the phone will be so much more detailed, so much more in tune. You and that customer back in that place where you were doing business and having a little laugh about, remember that outtake we did where you had that customer over your face? You know what I mean? You can kind of relive that moment. So, mate, power to your elbow, because that is definitely something that I would have probably suggested to you anyway, is just to speak to people. You know, people like you. I like you. You're James Bond. You're James Bond. So, right now, Sam, I mean, you know, if somebody was silly enough to start a business post-COVID, I'm only playing, but if someone was going to look to start a business right now, you know, is there any advice, any real kind of powerful tips that you'd like to share?
Well, I think there's a couple of things that you need to take into consideration, COVID or not, really. And the first one is be resilient, and stay positive. It's part and parcel of the course that you're going to get knockbacks, you're going to get no's, and instead of dwelling on those no's, try and get some feedback to why they've said no. Is it the way that you spoke to them? Is it the price? Was that too much or did they feel like it was too little and it wasn't going to be good enough, etc. Surround yourself with like-minded and positive people as well. That's a big thing. We've all got family and friends that may be a little bit energy sapping. Some good networks that are built for that and keep the business not separate, but sort of, if you talk to those people about the business and then go back to family and friends for family and friend time instead of mixing the two, that's quite a good thing. I recently joined the NatWest course, and that's been really, really useful.
I mean, obviously we spoke about this before, but just tell the members what was involved with the NatWest training, because they've been really supportive. I mean, they're a bank, guys. I mean, these are the guys who took us into recession last time, and they're doing good in the world now. So, Sam, tell us about the good that they're doing for you.
It's a bit crazy, yeah. So there's a 6-month internship essentially, and so you get assigned a mentor, and then so you set some 3 main goals that you want to achieve over those 6 months, and that mentor's there basically just to keep you accountable. So they'll give you a little knock on the head if you're not doing the right things, or if you're doing something that you said you wouldn't, or whatever. And then the networking around that's amazing as well. So there's pitch clubs and things like that. That's been incredible, because
excellent.
I'm sure you know from my sort of forehand days, my pitching was never on form really.
It was all right. Hey mate, I remembered you. So it was all right, man. It was all right.
So yeah, it's just a good support network, and again, that's an easy way to surround yourself with people.
Are you able to quantify in terms of ROI what NatWest has actually meant to the business in terms of like a pounds and pence? Are you able to say, right, because of that, that's been worth at least X, Y, and Z to my business? Are you in that kind of? Are you at that point at the moment?
At the moment, probably not. But the mindset's change is completely different. And I think, without making excuses, if COVID wasn't a thing, things would be a lot sort of busier, if that makes sense. Right. Thankfully, none of our clients have ever cancelled, which is great. A lot of things have been postponed.
I thought that was written in your contract that they can't cancel.
it's sadly not. Should be.
There's the great get out clause. It's going to cost you £20,000. I was like, what? I think I'll stay. Give me a video a week. Oh, that's quality, man. I mean, one of the exercises that you could definitely do, which again you can add to your stories, if you can kind of, because I hear what you're saying, you can't directly, link one with the other. But if you think of the extra confidence it's given you, which means that you probably closed that customer who might have got away 6 months ago if you hadn't gone through the journey that you've gone through with NatWest. If you kind of start looking at those in isolation, that will give you an idea of what it's been worth to you. And you may well find it's a couple of £1,000. You know what I mean? So it's a good exercise, because it means that when you go back and look at, well, what did I do at NatWest? You can kind of say, well, that's what I did at NatWest, and that's what it was worth to me as a business. It also means if you're ever offered additional training again, you can kind of use that as a measure. Well, that's what I got from doing that. This is what I need from doing this. So, well, yeah, mate, that is absolutely fantastic, man. Absolutely fantastic. Is there anything that the group can help you with right now? We've got 183 members of varying shapes and sizes in terms of business. They're all knowledgeable, super knowledgeable. These guys have got more information locked in their heads than the rest of the internet. And I'm just trying to encourage them to share more. But is there anything that we guys can help you with right now?
Yeah, there's a few things really.
Oh, long list. I like long lists.
Long list. I've got it written down as well.
This guy came prepped.
So I'm looking for some more freelancers as well. So I'm looking to grow my team that way. So editors and camera ops would be really useful, and maybe some video producers as well. That'd be quite useful.
Jason Daly, if you're listening. Jason Daly, if you are listening, you need to recontact Sam Robertson. I'm just going to say that. So carry on, mate. Carry
on. Yeah, if anyone needs any video content creating, that'd be useful. Yeah. If you know any marketing, branding, or advertising agencies that want to add another string to their bow, that'd be really useful.
Ooh.
And then just add me on LinkedIn as well. It's just
add me on LinkedIn. So did you hear that, guys? So if you have anyone in your circle, or you are someone who can do editing with video or camera operations, even creating videos yourself, and if you know of any agencies that would be able to utilize Sam's skills. Now he isn't. I'm not even going to use the word. He's a competitively priced service that he offers of the highest quality. So, please don't insult him by going with a, oh, you did 50 quid job. We're talking quality videos, Sylvanian families. I'm sure you did some work with, was it Harrods or was it Hamleys?
Yeah, so the shoot for Sylvanian families eventually ended up in Hamleys toy store.
Yeah, so that's the kind of level. What I'm saying, guys, don't be scared to approach him, because obviously I'm kind of building him up to be like £30,000. He's not that expensive. Have a conversation. I'm sure that even if Sam, is out of your budget, he'll still be able to give you some real sexy tips, some real zingers to move forward with your video marketing strategy. But Sam, I have a question, and this is for me. So I'm currently putting together an online course which has got lots of videos.
Yeah.
I spoke to my mentor today, and he said he listened to my video, and then he said to me at the end of it, "Who was that speaking?" And I was like, well, what do you mean? That wasn't Nigel Campbell. And I was like, what? But it says, where's your zap? Where's your zing? Where's the energy? That sounded like some guy that you'd paid £5 to come off the street and just read the script. Where are you? Sam, how do I get my personality on a screen when my face isn't on the screen? Please tell me. I need to know. In fact, everybody needs to know this. How do we do it?
I think the best thing to do is to sort of deliver it in front of somebody. So your wife maybe, or your boyfriend or whatever.
Yeah, my wife will roll her eyes though. She's heard it all before me.
You jump off that, can't you? Yeah, definitely the to direct, basically.
Yeah, but she'll abuse as well. That's not the thing is. I'll be saying something like, yeah, whatever. So best thing to do it in front of somebody. Oh, okay.
Definitely, yeah, and don't take the advice personally either. So if they're saying he's sounding a bit stiff there, don't be stiff, basically. Don't get sniffy and stroppy. If that makes sense.
No, I'm not going to get stroppy, but you know what it is? I was trying to make it legible, and when I'm in full energy mode, I've listened to some of my videos. I can't even understand what I'm saying myself. It's like, so kind of slowing that down, because I have to actually slow it all down. But yeah, I'm going to give that a go. I'm going to see if I can find a victim who's prepared to.
And also realising the target audience. So depending on who you're trying to target, if you were upbeat and bouncy for me, that would work really well, and I'd bounce off that. I'm not
trying to attract accountants. I know you're going to say next. Accountants, those people who are rather serious about everything. No. They don't want me in their room. I would give them a blooming headache. Right, who have we got on? Let's say hello to who have we got on today, who's joined us. So, Hey, Karen Bourne, I hope you're well. You know Karen, don't you, Karen Bourne?
I think I do, yeah.
Yeah, Karen Bourne is absolutely flying at the moment. She is smashing it really, really well. Hi, Trisha, I hope you're well. Hey, Glenn, just seen you, mate. I hope you're well. Hey, Karen said, I am dyslexic and it's not holding me back. It's a struggle, but I will get there. Boom. You know what I mean? And I think for young people who may be dyslexic, they need to hear from you guys, you know, and it might be that you have to approach the Dyslexic Association and say, look, I'm dyslexic. I just want to give you my story so that you can inspire the young people who are working with you so that they can see that there's no limitations. This diagnosis isn't a limitation on progress. It's just something that you have to work around, but it can be done because, hey, look at me. Look at what I'm doing. And I think if you guys, you know, all of you guys out there who have dyslexia, can do that, I think you're going to help raise the level for everybody with dyslexia, because, you know, if you think you're the only one going through something, then you're the only one going through it. If you see that, well, there's 100 others like me, but they're all doing well, what's stopping me from doing well? So do it. So your next job when I next speak to you, mate, is to make sure that you've sent a letter off. Hey, Trisha. Oh, Trisha Pratt, my daughter is dyslexic. So again, Trisha, you can see, you know, you got Sam here, you know, move over James Bond, the man smooth. He's doing his thing. He hasn't allowed it to hold him back. And I think, you know, get that across to your daughter that it hasn't got to be this kind of sentence which says that's the end of it. It can be the beginning of a bigger and better journey. Glenn wants to know, Sam, do you do animated videos?
We do animated videos.
Do you? You never told me that.
We've only recently started them, so yeah. Okay,
well, you're going to probably get a connection from a guy called Glenn Clowes. He does work for a agency, web development agency, and they do quite a lot of things. So yeah, he'll be connecting with you later on. I love this networking stuff, you know. I've just been on a meeting, and while I was on there, the lady was doing like the presentation. I think she had about 4 people who were either going to get in touch with her because they wanted what she was offering, or put her in touch with other people in the same sphere who can utilize what she does as well. And it was like, wow, this is powerful stuff, man. Honestly, networking really does work. Sam, mate, I'm chuffed. I don't even want to stop, but obviously we've come to the end. Is there anything, you know, anything that you want to ask? Is there anything that you want to know, hey?
I don't think so, to be honest, mate.
You know everything, mate. You don't need anything from me. I was going to say, if you had asked, I would have been like, yeah, well, you know the answer to that, mate. Well, listen, mate, Sam, that's been absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us today. You know, please drop your comments, your link in the comments. Please drop all your links so people can go and find you and check you out and check out your videos. And definitely have you back again. Probably sometime towards the end of or early next year, because I've got a bit of a waiting list. But really good to catch up with you, mate. And don't be a stranger, man. Send me flowers. Send me a letter. Send me a text every now and again. Because I'm going to come to your house, man. You won't like that because I eat it out of house and home. Right, don't go anywhere, guys. Thank you for joining us today. Stop. Hey, Jen. Hope you're well, hun. Oh, Jen Styles is also interested in an animated video.
Okay.
So I think you know Jen Styles as well. So again, you know, just connect. Look, she's just asking. So anyone who's commented about it, just send them a quick request. Hey, hi, I'm Sam. I was on the video, and have a conversation, mate. I know that even if it doesn't kind of move forward, I know that you can still really give some powerful advice. You sent me some stuff recently, which really helped. The only thing is now I've got to try and get away from being stiff on camera. I love that you can help me with that, to be fair. I'm going to have to just push through it. But Sam, thank you so much. Guys, thank you for joining us today. Glenn sent you a connection request. And I shall catch up with all of you members later on. Have a fantastic week. Sam, don't go anywhere. We'll have a debrief. And have a wonderful day, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Ciao for now.